How to crypto. So someone asked me today, what do you think the future looks like for Bitcoin, crypto, over the next decade? So I have a different take. Again, I'm not 100% confident in my answer, but what came to mind today was this. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to have, obviously, a few more cycles, especially within the decade, bull cycles, bear cycles. But I think somewhere along the way, we are going to have a massive super cycle where people are going to be absolutely forced into cryptocurrency because that is survival. That is how to survive inflation, survive whatever it might be. We're going to have an absolute super cycle. And right as that super cycle is peaking, obviously we're going to have a massive crash. And in that massive crash, it's going to call for a power to rise in order to protect the people and their cryptocurrency. Who that might be, I don't know. Whether Satoshi Nakamoto comes back, I don't know. Whether it's the UN, one world power comes out, we'll see. But within that super cycle and that massive crash will come more, I wouldn't necessarily say regulation, but control over the ability to trade assets that are worthless. So for instance, we have a lot of meme tokens today. We got tokens that have been claiming that they're going to be producing stuff for years and absolutely have nothing to show. There's tons of examples of highly manipulated assets that are valued at billion-dollar valuations that are absolutely worthless other than the speculation aspect of it. So I think a super cycle comes. In there comes a form of regulation control over the markets. How can that look? Maybe the exchanges are the new regulators. The exchanges aren't willing to adopt the allowed trading of assets that don't have working networks, don't have whatever it claims to be there. Won't allow trading of meme tokens, and it only has a certain thing, has to have qualifications or whatever. I don't know what it looks like, but I really do think we're gonna have a massive super cycle, and that is gonna force the masses into the crypto ecosystem, and then we will have a massive crash, and that crash is gonna kind of be like the Great Depression of crashes, and within the Great Depression created the SEC. After that, I think what we're going to see is all of the legitimate projects that are building infrastructure for the technology to really start to succeed. What those projects are is the projects that I'm looking for long term. Today, they might absolutely look like shit. They might not even have tokens today. They might not even have liquidity or volume today. Nobody wants them today. They're just building. But if they're focused on speculation, they're focused on memes, they're focused on certain things that don't have long-term value, I very well think that they're going to skyrocket during the super cycle, but they're also going to come crashing down. So that's just my thought of the day on the long-term outlook over cryptocurrencies over the next few years, decade, whatever that might be. I truly believe, just like the Great Depression back then, how everybody became a stock trader, everybody wanted to get their hands in the easy money. I think that becomes crypto over the course. Maybe this year, maybe in a few years, maybe after the next halving, But I think a super cycle is on its way throughout this decade. And I absolutely think people are going to be forced into the crypto revolution. It's just a matter of when and not if, because I absolutely think it will be coming. It's going to be hard. There's definitely going to be winners. There's definitely going to be losers. But the question now I have in my mind is, when the super cycle does come, and you know it's going to crash because there's worthless tokens, all of this, where is there to hide? Hide meaning, where else is there to invest? What else is happening around the world? How is housing? How is stocks? How is all of the other asset classes? How is precious metals? It'll be interesting to see when you get there. And some people might think to themselves, isn't that what just happened? All right, didn't Doge just go up a crazy amount and come crashing down? Yes, but I truly only think a small percentage people have entered the market. And we saw the craziness just in March, May, April, those times. I never knew so many people trading crypto, trading the stock market, thanks to AMC, all of that. But I think we just saw a glimpse. People aren't forced to. We just saw it right now. Everybody's back to work. All the people that were trading all that stuff a few months ago, I asked them today, you still trading? No, it can't be like that. They're going to trade until they get hit hard. And when they get hard, they're going to be on the streets. That's when you know it is the cycle. Right now, it'll be maybe a great time to accumulate. I'm starting to get a little bit more bullish. Just saying. Anyway, have a beautiful day.